I look like it's 10 o'clock on a weekday. That's for sure. Hello, YouTube. I got TikTok over here. I got YouTube over there. How's everybody doing tonight? I want to hear where you're from, what you like as far as true crime stuff. Tell me about any of the recent videos or court cases or cases that you're looking into. Let's just chat tonight for a little bit. I don't know how long I'll be on. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to try out doing TikTok Live because I've never done a TikTok Live before. It'll be my first. So I would love it if everybody shared this live, liked, followed. I'm trying to get to 5K right now on TikTok. I have like 1,000 something over on YouTube as far as subscribers go. But if there's anybody out there who has not subscribed to my channel and they like true crime and they've seen my videos, hit the subscribe button. I know every YouTuber says that, but it really helps me out and helps me grow. Sharing videos helps me grow as well. So yeah, let's see. Where's everybody from? Nobody said anything yet, but we've had a lot of people come in and out. Like I said, I'm from the Kansas City area. There's people sending things. There's people sharing. Yay. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so excited that you're sharing. That means a lot to me. All right. Let's see. I have no idea what I'm doing on TikTok. Like, it's so weird. Okay. How's everybody doing? Batman joined. Oh. Are you out saving the world tonight? This is my usual time that I record. So I've kind of played around maybe doing lives kind of at this time. I know that weekends would probably be better at 10 o'clock for everybody. But this is kind of the time when my family is going to bed and I can record and kind of wind down from the day. I end up going to bed super late because this is kind of what I do, what I love to do. So, yeah. I know on TikTok you can like send people things and like I always see like the lives where people have like crazy stuff on their heads and stuff. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I have gone into lives to check out people's content and stuff, but I've not really ever did anything like that. So definitely explain it to me if you guys know what any of that is as well. Okay, so since everybody's kind of coming in and out right now, I'm gonna go look at some comments that I've had in the recent like couple of days, and maybe I can answer some questions. I get both comments on YouTube. I get comments on TikTok, of course, and also Facebook. So let's just see. I can't believe people are joining. This is really fun. I like this. Oh, we don't want to do that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, someone asked me what my name is. So, my name is Sarah. I changed my name on TikTok too. I am Sarah, True Crime Bestie. I I have always gone by Code 187. What is your channel about? True crime. Sorry. I have always gone by Code 187 because that's kind of been my name on all my social media. Code 187 is the like police scanner code for what I talk about, true crime. So I've always gone by Code 187. But people, I would go into lives or I would talk to people and they're like, we don't know your name. So for everyone who has asked, my name is Sarah. Hello. I had a question over on YouTube about what is my channel about. So my channel is a true crime channel. I post a lot of shorts on YouTube, a lot of TikToks, and they're about true crime, sometimes spooky things, sometimes weird things, but a lot of just true crime content. I like to do stories of people who don't get a lot of attention. And then I sprinkle in some big cases as well. So, any other questions? Let's see. Does anybody else have like any questions or anything? Very cool. Thank you. If you have a channel, Panda Bernie, what is your channel about? What kind of things are you into? And do you like true crime? Hi, someone said hola from Peru. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm so glad you're here. I can't imagine having someone watch me all the way from Peru, but here we are. I'm from the Kansas City area of Kansas in the US. Yeah, a long way from Peru. What's the weather like in Peru right now? Because we got the craziest weather. I'll tell you about it in a second. Like, you're never gonna understand this. Panda Bernie said, I'm in the drama community. Yes, I have a small channel. Yay! Maybe I can subscribe to your channel. Yeah, I want to come and see what you're all about. I will do that as soon as my live is over. All right. I don't know Spanish. Sorry, don't know Spanish. I wish I did. I just subbed to you trying to find new content to watch. Yay! I'm so glad that you're here. So the drama community is amazing. So I'm excited. I will look at your channel after I'm done here. Thank you for subscribing. That means a lot. Yeah. So I will tell you, I post a lot of my TikToks over on YouTube, and I just did a series of 10 true crime stories in 10 days where I recorded a story a day. And it's a lot. Like, you think about the TikTok community, they can just like whip up a video, do a little editing and post it. When you're thinking from a story based or like what I do, it is super, super hard to like just throw content out there because I have to research a whole story and then be able to edit that story, and it's quite a lot. So doing 10 videos in 10 days was exhausting, on top of all the other things that I do during the day. I do little TikTok shorts. LOL, they're mostly goofy. Yeah, well, cool. I follow a lot of comedians, which is completely opposite of what I do, but I love comedians. I follow a lot of like improv and things like that because it takes you out of this world, which I like report on some pretty heavy stuff. And so to be able to just like laugh and not think about it, one of my favorite YouTubers of all time is Brandon Ferris. And I know that doesn't seem like me. He's a very like physical comedy person, but I think he's so inspirational, and I watch everything he does. And so I love goofiness. So I'm probably going to like your content a lot. Does anybody else here make content? Because that is also something that is a very interesting topic to talk about, just finding your way in the content world. It's been a challenge for me. And I know that it's a challenge for a lot of people, but I look at true crime content creators and they have like thousands of followers. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I know I have a good majority between YouTube and TikTok, but like, I'm not monetized at all. And I want to get to that point so that I can start making more content. If I get monetized, I get to make more content and do more things. So that's kind of what I'm striving for. And I look up to a lot of people and I'm like, am I just really bad? Like, maybe I'm just really bad. I don't know. So I said I was going to talk about the weather because there was someone from Peru on my TikTok. So last week we had like snow and ice and ended up having a lot of our schools closed and snow days and days inside. And I got in my car today and the dashboard says 70 degrees. Like, it was beautiful today. I'm like, do other people know truly what it's like to live in the Midwest, for real? On YouTube, there is a community called Crema. It is crime drama. I am in Missouri. Okay, you're close to me because I'm in Kansas City. That sounds so fun. I listen to like some podcasts that are like kind of like crime comedy, which I know is two separate worlds, but you can make them mesh in a way like that's not disrespectful. So I'm gonna have to check that out because I hate when my true crime is too dry. I posted a video on TikTok about that today. Like, it's boring when you're sitting there and you're like, blah, 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 blah. And you don't talk about it with passion and, you know, what you feel, if that makes any sense. So I'm going to check that out. I am so glad that you're here. I think we're going to be really good friends. Yay! Honestly, like I've found a lot of really good friends on lives, especially YouTube lives. I'm going to be completely honest here. Okay, this is me being transparent. YouTube community sometimes is my harsher community. There's some really great people. Like I have found some of like besties on YouTube. But as far as like the hate comments and like you're fat, you're ugly, you're this, you're that, that came from YouTube. Every time I post, a lot of people say that on YouTube. TikTok doesn't do that as bad. So it's been kind of like more comforting sometimes being on TikTok. I don't know. It's a very interesting dichotomy over here. So I don't know. Okay, so I was reading some comments that I've gotten. Somebody asked what podcast I listen to. Okay, so it's very, very interesting, my span of what I listen to. I think what they're referring to is probably true crime. So we'll start with that. I listen to a majority of like, I like Crime Junkie. I've listened to them for a long time, but I don't follow them like every week like I used to. There's not really a, I don't know what you'd call it, a like have to listen to podcast that I have anymore. But I try to listen to Crime Junkie. I try to listen to True Crime Obsessed because I really like their banter. I have tried about every single true crime podcast. I've listened to True Crime Garage, which I really like their information. I don't know. Let's look up. I'm gonna look up and see all the things that I listen to or have listened to. And if you don't know, quick plug, I have a podcast. It's Code 187. It's on Spotify. And it's also here on YouTube. It's over on YouTube. If you want to listen to that. So there's that. Podcasts. What are some that Morbid. Okay, so I really was a huge fan of Morbid. Like I listened to Morbid religiously. And then they kind of switched up their content and I didn't care for it as much. And so I haven't listened to them in a while. But they're doing some really good things over there. I've listened to And That's Why We Drink. There's so many now. And so many good ones. I've listened to Sword and Scale. I've listened to pretty much everything that Ashley Flowers has put out. I've done a lot of those. Oh, that's cool. Chuck. I love Chuck. He sent me something. I don't know how to do lives, Chuck. I'm lost. But thank you so very much. If you're not following Chuck and the movie guy, he's amazing. I talk about him all the time. So I listen to pretty much every crime thing that Ashley Flowers has done because I really like her content a lot. Small Town Steph, can't say it on live, but I've listened to that. Unsolved Mysteries is a really good one. Let's see, what other ones have I listened to? I have recently been listening to pretty much like TikTok people. I find the coolest podcast and videos over on TikTok, and I listen to a lot of that. So, yeah. Thank you guys for being here. I'm so excited that I get to just do content, even if it's in the middle of the night. Okay, some other things. Okay, so I was saying that usually this is my time to record. I did the 10 cases in 10 days. Today I recorded the Aisha Degree case and update. So tomorrow on both accounts, TikTok and YouTube, Aisha Degree will be coming out. I am super proud of this video. I put a lot of research into it. I put a lot of time editing it, and I'm super proud of how it has turned out. So if I could get you guys to stay tuned tomorrow and watch that and give all your love to that, it would mean the absolute world to me, because that case right now it's been so ignored for so long, and now that it's getting attention, I am just ecstatic, and we're just like so close to finding out what happened to this 9-year-old little girl. And I've been listening to all the updates, and I just want justice. I'm ecstatic that it's gone the way that it has, and that she's getting more attention. So tune in for that tomorrow. I usually post around like 4. YouTube sometimes, it kind of depends. It'll be after 4 sometime, but yeah. So look out for that. Like a couple days ago, I posted Sebastian Rogers, that case. First of all, I'm super proud of that video. I love that video. I think that was one of my favorite edited videos. Like I said, I'm just super proud of it. So if you haven't seen it, please go give it some love as well. But that case, like it pains me, if that makes any sense. It pains me to research Sebastian Rogers. It is a lot. But I just realized my daughter's little art project is hanging on the wall. Probably like, what the crap is that? It's my daughter's art. So ignore that. Oh, over on YouTube. TikTok, you can't see it. So, haha. You have to go over to YouTube to see it. So what is everybody doing tonight? Where y'all from? What y'all doing? If I started doing some lives on Friday nights, would you guys join? Would you guys like that? Would you hang out with me on Saturday nights and talk about true crime? Hello. Man, there's so many people have joined. I think TikTok's one of those that you can join and unjoin very, very fast. So it's very interesting to see all the people that have came in and out. Chime in, add live goal. Oh, that's locked. I must not have that. Let's see, what can I do on here? I'm gonna have to get more familiar with doing TikToks. There's already been 35 shares of this. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, guys. I can change my, I can't change my background. Darn. I can do sound effects. Laughter. Heartbeat. Okay, well, apparently TikTok's where it's at because they have sound effects, y'all. That's kind of cool, though. What else can I do? They had this, like, try it out. Like, and I was like, no, I'm just going to go live and I'm just going to wing it. Like I said, I've been doing lives over on YouTube before. And I really enjoy it. I really like being able to chat with people. What I used to do, which was so much fun, was I would just write a case like I normally do. And instead of recording it, I would just live do it. And you guys could listen, you could join in, you could talk about it, you could do whatever you wanted to do. The only problem with that is I don't think TikTok saves your lives. YouTube, you can go back and watch whatever lives you want to watch. So I'm just scared you guys are going to miss cases. Like if it was me, I'd want to hear the case. I'd want to hear all the cases. But if I miss the live, I miss a case, like I don't want to do that to you, you know? So I'm going to have to do some more research on that. But that was the funnest thing ever. I'd have people join my live and we would talk about the case, and it was really cool. It was really cool. I liked that a lot. All right. Let's see, some other questions people have asked me lately. Am I married? I am not technically married. Pretty much married. I have my wife, I call her. I am engaged. And I don't really talk about my personal life as much. I have another account for that. Ever After Embry, if you guys want to go into that. But pretty much I'm married. Pretty much. So yeah. What other questions? Let's see. Has there been any cases you've wanted to do and couldn't? I pretty much do what I want to do, to be honest with you. There's been cases that seem overwhelming. Multiple incidents by one person. Those are a lot. Like, I have been researching John Wayne Gacy. How can you give attention to a victim when there is 30 plus victims? Like, those are really hard for me because I try to really focus. I'm very victim focused, I guess you could say. And so, it is really, really hard. Really hard. So those sometimes are a little rough. But as far as like ones I can't do or haven't done, there's a few people that really get sue happy. And it's not that I don't that I care. I mean, I don't have any money. Go ahead and sue. But I feel like if you're sue happy and you're like that, then there's probably enough people reporting on your case that I don't need to. Make any sense? Like, if you're suing people, it's probably because they're talking about you a lot. Which is kind of brings me to a question that I've had in the past is like how I pick my cases. So for the 10 cases in 10 days, what I did was I found strange cases. I get super invested and super interested in strange cases that are like weird disappearances, cases that are maybe people haven't talked about as much. Those are my favorite. So I decided to do that series as my first 10 cases in 10 days. How I pick a case is sometimes I will go in and I will research how many people have reported on it. Because if there's a ton of people talking about it, I might not need to be in that space, if that makes any sense. Now, I've done very big ones because I either have very strong opinions, I'm very invested or interested, or people have asked me to do them. So in that case, I will do some big cases. But that's kind of how I go about it. Let's see. For my next 10 cases in 10 days, what I would really like to do is missing persons cases. So this is my call out to anybody who's listening. If you have a missing persons case that you're either passionate about, you want to know more about, you'd like to see from me, any of the variation, please either message me, email me, get a hold of me somehow, and tell me what missing persons cases you would like to see, because I'm kind of gearing up to do that. Am I promising anything? No. But I would really like to do a missing person series of 10 cases in 10 days again. That's my goal. On that list, I have no one yet. So let's just do a quick search. Let's see if there's anything that I might want to do. You're getting kind of a behind the scenes look into what I would do. So the FBI has a website where it talks about missing people. I like to go on there. That's one of my biggest, what do you call it? Sources. NamUs is a really good one as well. But right now, since we're just talking about it, I'm just going to go through Google search. Let's look at missing persons. Oh my gosh. So Wikipedia has a page that has a list of all people taken and people missing from the 1990s and before. Let's look at people who have disappeared mysteriously. Oh, there's a lot of them I don't know. That's a good thing. That's a good sign. One that came up that I was like, it might be a good one to do. I've already talked about it. I think on YouTube and on TikTok is the Springfield 3. In that case, it's a lot. Lee Ochai, I've already done her. I've done some updates because there's a lot going on with her. Lee Ochai, there is active searches going on right now. So we're on the brink of, she's kind of another one like Aisha Degree, where it's oh, they're close, let's see. I'm just going through ones that I know, but there's a ton on here. Morgan Nick, I did her, talked about her on the podcast. That one is one so heartbreaking. Morgan Nick is the most heartbreaking case. I hate that. Damian Nettles sounds familiar. During a night out with a friend. I have to look into that one. Sounds familiar, but I don't know. Don Lewis. I could do Don Lewis. That would be an interesting case to do. There's definitely some craziness around that. Let's see what else there is. Aisha Degree. Lee Roberts. That sounds familiar, but I don't know. Branson Perry. That one's crazy. And that one's local. Missouri people. Branson Perry is an insane one. I definitely could do that one. There's also Alyssa Turney, which that one, her sister's getting that one. I don't need to do that. Jason Julowski. So I had this one saved. A lot of times I'll screenshot things that I've seen. People were talking about this case, and I might look into that one because this one sounds just really crazy. Sine and Philip, that one I did on the podcast. Bonkers bananas. Like, so she went missing the day of the World Trade Center collapse. That one is just heartbreaking. Who else do we got? Mara Murray, of course. A lot of people talk about, like, you should do Mara Murray, you should do Mara Murray. I've talked a little bit about her, but I've never done her case. There's so much to Mara Murray. Like, there's just, it's insane. Brianna Matlin, that's another one that's super close to Mara Murray. I didn't realize they went missing so close together. That's creepy. That is creepy for sure. Maybe I should look into that. Bianca Piper. Oh my goodness. That one's heartbreaking. Jennifer Kesse. That one's a good one to do. Brian Schaefer we talked about already. That was a recent one that I did. Madeleine McCann. Any recommendations? Brandon Swanson I talked about. Any recommendations of people that I should do as far as missing people? Susan Powell. I remember talking to my wife about Susan Powell and her being like, what? Like, it is a rabbit hole. Timothy Pitson. That one is crazy too. And Lauren Spear, that one's a good one. Phoenix Cauldron, I did her already. She's close to where I am. That one was insane. Emma Phillip, I think I've talked about her before, but I don't think I've done a full case on her. That would be a really good one to do. Heather Elvis. I feel like I know that one too. I have to look into that one. Lars. That one, yes. I've seen some of that. Crystal Rogers. Whoa, the rabbit hole Crystal Rogers is. That one is just multiple people, multiple things. You're like, what is happening? I think I think you can play music on here. Oh, Romance, gentle. Okay, we'll go with that one for now. Jennifer Duluce, Dulce Maria Alves, Daniel Robinson. That one baffles me. What? Unnamed mother and 3 children went missing. An unnamed mother and her 3 children were said to be since April 2022 to live on a farm owned by actor Ezra Miller. However, they mysteriously disappeared. That's interesting. Okay, so that was a wild ride. 30 famous people who mysteriously disappeared and were never found.